Thanks for staying with us. Now, VIBE, or Vermilion is Being Empowered, is a mental health initiative funded through Alberta Health and Wellness. It teaches students skills to deal with anxiety, stress, and depression, which is becoming more and more common among our students. VIBE is in its final year of funding, and right now, the program's future is unclear.
It has actually been an amazing journey. When we first started, people said, well, just go do some prevention programming. Well, we talked to kids, we talked to parents, we talked to schools, and as of today, we run 29 different programs based on best practices. We look at, what do they need to learn in grade 1 versus grade 2, where's the children at? So all the programs sort of fit into each other. We've developed them so teachers can deliver them. We deliver them in partnership with community agencies, some of the programs. But it has just grown. I would have never thought we could have gone to a school of hope, and there we are in a school online providing services with kids every week, and I think, wow, that's cool.
We joined in the second year of the VIBE program in Vermilion, and it was a pilot project. It was the first time that we were using a distance approach to implement a mental health strategy. Our VIBE coaches work with our students in a distance delivery using the computer, and they use conferences as well as live face-to-face through the computer interaction using a program called Illuminate Live.
And then, we expanded to Clondonald this year, and they're just a tiny little school, and I thought, they're really little, but they have embraced VIBE and have caught up and are trying to do all this programming all in 1 year, although we said you can do it another year, but of course, they're concerned about funding, and so if they don't get it, they may miss out on it.
The kids are talking about it, not all the time, but they're more willing to be a part of the conversation if it comes up. Lots of support. The kids are right on board with the Hope campaign and the Buttons campaign. The staff is on board, wanting the programs brought into their classroom, just looking for that extra help.
Kids have embraced the program and have done some amazing things. So it has grown beyond my expectations. When I first started, you wondered, would it make a difference? And then where I really understood it and got it was we are in our third year of a 3-year project, and we've asked for community support and kids to support for VIBE to get an extension. And so I'm sitting reading what kids have written. And this one letter from this girl I read, it said, I gets really anxious around tests and anxiety. And I've learned that I am an oral learner and how to not get anxious. And I use all this stuff. And and it's all thanks to Crystal. And, I read from another youth that, they're not doing drugs anymore because they've built a relationship with this VIBE coach. And, another youth says, they were feeling really, really low and they didn't do something they regretted because they went and talked to them. And so you don't really know sometimes how you touch people's lives. And as I read these letters, well, sometimes, you want to cry and you're just like overwhelmed. It's amazing what people, from grandmas and grandpas and people phoning me up and saying, do you know this? And I wouldn't know this because, you go along doing these things hoping, but you actually read and you see and you hear from people. And I'm just, honored and privileged to be on this journey. And, we hope it continues, but it has been a wonderful journey.
The letters, emails, and phone calls are being sent to Minister of Health Fred Horn and our local MLA Richard Starkey in effort to see the project extended.
Perhaps the best way to gauge the impact is from the letters and phone calls and emails I've been receiving, from parents and from teachers and from students that are saying that it is making a difference. It's making a difference in the culture of the schools. And we know from the medical and the mental health statistics that we receive that the issue of mental health is growing and that is a major concern. We know that, for example, we have a very high level of mental illness amongst our university students, very frightening in many ways. And in fact, to start addressing it, at that point is really too late. It's very much it tries to be a curative thing as opposed to a preventive thing. And VIBE is, VIBE very much takes the preventive approach in trying to create a culture of positive self-esteem, no bullying, and the other messages that we want to make sure are very clear our young people. So that's what we're seeing with Vibe.
And coming up next, we'll find out more about the project's extension, and we'll talk to some students about what Vibe means to them.